Alright, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Recipes with Fit, right? So this next recipe that we're doing is going to be what I call the Smurftini, okay? It is a drink I made up, and my customers love these drinks. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our martini glass. We'll be right back with you. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get right into this. Alright. Okay, once again, always be extraordinarily careful when filling up a martini glass with ice. You can just so easily shatter a martini glass using the crystalline structure of ice. Okay. Alright, so you fill it up to the top with soda water. Of course, this is always the first step when preparing a martini. Alright, next. We're going to go ahead and proceed as if we were making a lemon drop. 1, 2 slices, 3, 4... And then we'll go ahead and put five slices of lemon. They're all hefty. All right, and then let's go ahead and get some sugar in there. Gonna go ahead and use our bar spoon here. 1 serving. Another heaping spoonful, and then, you know what, just a little more. Just so it's sugary as all heck. Okay. And by the way, when muddling your lemons for a lemon drop martini, there's absolutely nothing wrong with putting a splash of sweet and sour. There would be everything wrong, actually, with using more than a splash, okay? But a splash of sweet and sour when you're muddling some lemons, it would actually just be to turn it into a more homogeneous fluid so that when you mix the drink, it shakes a lot easier in your hands, okay? I'm going to avoid doing that for this cocktail. Okay, now you would just fill it up to the top with some ice. And that is to the top. Absolutely. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and proceed. So we're using 50-50, basically lemon, vodka, and regular. A little bit more lemon, okay? And then, at this point, we are going to add blue curacao and peach schnapps. But peach schnapps goes first. Ready? So, for this martini, is getting a 2-second pour of peach schnapps. Okay? And then, we go ahead and shake it. All right. Over the shoulder every time, guys. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now just give it a pop. Oh, pop, 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 pop. How about that? There we go. All right. Need some more practice there. All right, then we're going to go ahead and dump this out. We're going to give it our own little sugar garnish. Of course, get all the edges there. All right, guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop this in here. All right. Okay, getting it all the way to the top. You know, my martinis are a little low. They're coming out a 1/2 inch below the rim, which I normally shoot for a 1/4 inch, right? Okay, then it is at this point, okay, that you do indeed go ahead and garnish your lemon drop. All right, and then with the blue curacao, what you do now at this point, guys, for serving this drink, is you go ahead and drop the martini glass in front of your customer, and then you're gonna put a louche into the middle of the drink. Bam. You're gonna fill this drink with a blue cloud, slightly alter the flavor and drastically alter the appearance, and then there you have it, guys. You have our Smurftini in all of its glory. Okay. Just a few drops right in the middle of that blue curacao. Let's go ahead and give it a taste test. That is a good cocktail. The Smurftini, ladies and gentlemen.